Hello and welcome back to My Mom's Basement, presented by Barstool Sports, and a very special free swim nerd news edition of My Mom's Basement. We're entering this month, Clem, where before Stranger Things comes back, we don't really have a ton to talk about in terms of active shows. I'm watching the It Welcome to Derry show that I wouldn't wish upon Clem in a million
Oh
years.
no!
No, it's good, but it's
Oh, that's right. You
scary.
did this last time too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like it's one of those things where it's like I'm not gonna do that to you. But we're gonna have some fun stuff to talk about today. Some big nerd news, some weird news. We got a show planned for everybody.
Yeah. If it has the very special label on it, you know it's going to be good. So don't you
Yeah,
worry, guys. Don't you turn off the podcast coming on. We're going to find a way to make it all worthwhile for you guys. And I'll let you get into the basement keeping because I'm sure a lot of this stuff will be dabbled with your basement keeping.
we do have some basement keeping. I was gonna say, speaking of very special podcasts, we did the movie poster draft that we set up and teased on My Mom's Basement. We did our segment on Drew Struzan, the late great Drew Struzan, and we made everyone tweet Eddie and basically demand that we do a movie poster draft. And it was just as much fun as we thought it would be. Like, we did 25 movie posters. We could have done 50 like that. We could have done 75 like that. It was one of those things where there's so many comments from people putting their own lists, their
Yep.
own drafts of posters we didn't even use, and they could probably beat, whatever you think the best column of posters we had was. So it was a very fun draft, and I would urge any basement boy or girl to check that out because it's kind of right up the basement's alley.
Yeah, again, I was like, Ed, if you don't want to do it, we'll just do it in my mom's basement. And when you
Yeah.
come on, we'll have someone else on and we'll do a draft. So I thought it went very well. Basically, I would just want to say shout out all the boys and girls that did that and tweeted at Eddie. Me and you were basically the Dwayne Wade, and they were the ones
Yeah.
LeBron dunking it down on him. I Thursday, October 16th at 6:39 p.m. Eddie texted us, did something happen with a movie poster? That's my I tried to dust off my Eddie impersonation. And I was like, yeah, the GOAT movie poster died. Sad day in the basement. I was like, we may have told people to demand that we have a draft as soon as possible. And I have to say, I went on YouTube to watch the draft. I just like to see how it looks and everything once it's up. And I saw the comments. Everyone's like, great episode, great subject. You know, they shout out to the basement boys and girls, giving me and Robbie some love. So I think I saw someone say there should be an albums covers draft. So now tweet at Eddie, you want an album covers draft so that we can really
I
get
think
them.
they might have done that. Have they not done album covers? I feel like they did.
They might have. They did a posters draft, regular posters, because
Yeah.
I was on that, and the Led Zeppelin Butts one got drafted. That's how it got stuck in my mind because that's in every dorm room. So they might have done an album. I was also looking to see if they've done just movie scenes, which is very tricky. But we might have to again. I'm not going to give Eddie all these fucking gems here. I think we could just keep that in the basement. Maybe instead of a free swim, we start drafting ourselves.
We are the captain now. Someone mentioned to me last night, actually, me and Lady Fox went out to this new restaurant in Jersey. It's called Bar Mutts in Westwood. Awesome spot. As soon as we got in, the chef came up to me and was like, I was just listening to the draft. Great draft, which I loved. I was like, oh shit. Like the chef coming up and saying it to you, it means a little bit more from the chef, you know?
Yeah, I love that. Basement boys and girls everywhere in the world.
Yeah, great spot. If you're in Westwood, New Jersey, it's kind of a random place in North New Jersey. Check out Bar Mutts. Great spot. Loved it.
Hip Italian restaurant, mozzarella and cocktail bar. So interesting. I would not have thought that that was like Mutz. It's like Mutz, Bar Mutz. We're talking little mozzarella here right now. MUTZ from James Beard nominated chef Rob Felice. Is it Rob? Did you meet Rob himself?
No, I met Chris.
Okay. So still no disrespect for Chris. He's not James Beard nominated, which I don't know any of this stuff for. But I'm sure he's just as good. Maybe a future James Beard nominated. Oh no, James Beard winning chef. He's going to be. He's not just gonna get nominated. Our boy Chris is going to win it. He's a basic boy. He has extra talent.
And then the other thing I had for basement keeping was we're going to do a Stranger Things rewatch leading up to Stranger Things, which is quickly approaching. I think it's November 26th. We're going to rewatch the whole series, and it's because we don't really have much to do otherwise, recap wise, and we're not going to be doing full recaps. It's not like every episode is going to be dedicated to only Stranger Things, but we'll try to give our thoughts like season by season. We just I think each of us individually watched the first episode over again. And holy shit, it's crazy to look at those kids that young.
Oh
It's
my
like, oh man, it's a reminder. Everyone's making the jokes, the memes. They've grown up. Millie Bobby Brown's a friggin' mother at this point. But you watch that first episode and you forget, like, oh, they were like literally like middle schoolers, early middle school.
Early middle schoolers. It's a trip. Is she literally a mother? I know she's like married now. I didn't know she has kids too.
They adopted a baby, yeah.
Oh my God, that's incredible. So I said I started the rewatch, I believe, on like Monday night or Tuesday. It was like the one night, it had to be Tuesday because there was no football and no Knicks. So it was like my wife's like, let's rewatch, let's start the Stranger Things rewatch. I gotta say, the amount of traction where people are like, I'm in, or I've already done it, or I'm doing it now. And pretty much everyone was like, I'm so happy I did it. It's so crazy to see this, but it's also so good to see this. And let's boys and girls out there, for the people who don't remember. Season 4 was a fucking banger. We left. I thought 1 would probably be remembered as like the best Stranger Things, but like 4 was like the coolest. I guess I don't know how to explain it. It just felt really in depth, right? Because they built out that whole world. So this is the only problem, though. And again, this was kind of last minute on my part. It would have worked out perfectly if this week we did season 1, next week season 2, the week after that season 3, season 4, right before Thanksgiving. They drop everything on Thanksgiving. Then we're going to obviously do a recap of this part 1 of 3 recap. What do you want to do here? Do you want to do season? I feel like season 1 deserves its own week, right?
Probably. Or, I mean, we could do 1 and 2 together just because, I mean, we have, so much to get to. We could do 1 and 2 together, I feel like.
Okay, I was going to say either
shortest too, right?
I was going to say either 1 and 2 together or 2 and 3 together. I don't remember which
you know what? That's a better idea. 2 and 3 are the two. If you were to rank the seasons, they're probably the 2 weakest seasons.
I would imagine so. And I know 4, like, I just remember maybe there's like a long episode. I remember they're all about 8 to 9 episodes long. But I think in terms of like
4 is crazy long.
Yes, 1 was like a fucking movement, obviously, that helped build this whole show. It's still resonating 10 years later without being done yet. Yep. I remember it lost its way at Detroit, which I'm pretty sure is season 2, right?
It is, and I remember defending that on KFC radio. I remember being like, I'm excited to go back and see if I stand by that.
Yeah, so we'll see how much it holds up, which I know, Bob, it's always going to be sunshine and rainbows of some sort. Bob is always a partly sunny kind of guy. He's never partly cloudy or mostly cloudy. It's always partly sunny in Robbie Fox's world, which is a good way to live. It's better than the alternative for sure. So we'll go 1 next week, 2 and 3 the week after. And hey, get them done, binge them as you can. No ESPN, so you don't have college football or Monday Night Football, right? Those fucking scumbags. And then and then season 4 right before Thanksgiving we'll release before Turkey Day, obviously, and then we'll do the recap. I don't know when we'll do the recap for the newest one. When do you want to do that? Like,
so the new one comes out on November 26th, I believe, which is a Wednesday. It's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So maybe that following Tuesday or so. Give people a little bit of time. That following Tuesday. December 2nd.
Everyone time to watch, chew on it a little, which I think is the most important thing. Wait for the memes. Hopefully we get a good meme season coming out of it. And this is a good way to kind of, like you said, burn the time when there's no shows going on. I canceled my Disney Plus, which I'll be honest, I was canceling anyway because it went from $2.99 to like $18.99 because I had a little discount going. So I was like, I'm just going to cancel Disney Plus just to put my foot down against bad Disney.
Statement.
Yep. No, I was canceling no matter what because there's nothing in the basement these days. I don't even know when the next is. I guess it's Marvel. The next Marvel show comes out because Star Wars is obviously a little bit away.
Yeah, it'll be 2026 at least. Before we go into some of the nerd news this week, let's remind everyone about Game Time, one of our favorite sponsors here in the basement, one of our favorite sponsors here at Barstool in general. We can't wait for all the amazing concerts coming up this fall, but what we don't want to think about is the hassle of buying tickets. We want to focus on the music, not the cost or the stress, and Game Time puts the power back in the hands of fans. It's your go-to hack for scoring amazing tickets and for unforgettable experiences in just a few taps, and it's incredibly easy to use. The Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time at the best price, and fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. If I go to Game Time right now, look at some concerts coming up. We've got Rush coming back out of retirement next summer. They're doing 4 shows at the Garden. You can get in for $282. Speaking of bands coming out of retirement, doing shows at the Garden, Bon Jovi, they're back doing 9 shows at the Garden. Crazy, 9 shows back to back. You can get into those shows for $209. Crazy good prices on Game Time. It's good stuff. I obviously was able to do the Summer of Oasis thanks to them this year. Will forever be indebted to them for that. Take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code MMB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. But again, create an account and redeem code MMB for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. Love Game Time. Not just for concerts as well. You know, they do sports, concerts, shows, whatever you could get tickets to. Game Time can get you tickets to it.
I'm actually going, thanks to them, to the Playboy Cardi show tonight in Barclays.
Oh, are you?
I just saw it there, and I was like, "Oh, Playboy Cardi." They both end in I. I figured one would have ended in Y. No, double I. I'm learning the new generation how they spell things.
I wanted to start before we got into like news necessarily with something you texted me about this week. You're a big fan of the Simpsons update in Fortnite, aren't you?
Oh, Bob, let me tell you. I'm very happy that I never lost touch with Fortnite, just because I can at least hold my own when I want to drop into Springfield. And I have a son who, I mean, he's obsessed. Like I say, AJ watches YouTube. He watches streamers talk about, basically it's just Fortnite and Italian brain rot, which has become this whole other massive movement, and Roblox and all this kind of stuff. And it's awesome. It's just so like, it's one of those things you just want to go and just walk the world. There's Homer's house, Ned's house. There's the square where you have, I haven't seen the school, which would be kind of problematic maybe to have guns in a school. Yeah, but you have Jebediah, Springfield, Moe's. Like you shoot the head off of Jebediah Springfield, you wear it, and it's like an armor.
Quickie Mart? Do they do the Quickie Mart or no? Because it moves out. Okay.
No, they got the Quickie Mart. And then there's characters, and it's like not just your typical Simpsons characters. There's Stupid Sexy Flanders is a unlockable character. Nice. So he's dressed up in the skiing outfit. So it's like these people know ball. The people that made this, obviously, you figure Fox is very involved. The people who did this were like, we're going to not only have The Simpsons, but we're going to have jokes that make sense to when it was the golden age of The Simpsons. And I honestly, if you're not a Fortnite fan, it's free. Just download it and just like, it's just play for like an hour, just going around Simpsons world. And I don't know, it's fun as hell, man. You get to go to like, there's a bunch of little mini things. There's like bosses. I think Krusty the Clown's a boss, and you can like, fight them, and then you get their power. It's just
Sideshow Bob. They throw my guy Sideshow Bob in there as a boss.
I haven't seen Sideshow Bob yet. That's such a layup of a And the thing is, the whole map is like Simpsonized, so it's like even the parts that aren't Springfield, it still has that like color to it. So it's very cool. You feel like you're in Simpsons world. So again, out of everything in my world that like I have to constantly listen here and watch about as a parent, I'm very happy The Simpsons is now like a centerpiece of it. And anyone who was a fan growing up, again, even if you don't play Fortnite, just hop on in, drop in. Otto's the bus driver, obviously. Makes perfect sense, right? Yeah. When the bus first comes in, it goes, and the clouds part ways, and it says Battle Royale instead of The Simpsons. That's like just great. It's chef's kiss.
I mean, obviously, we knew they knew ball from their Star Wars update when they threw Darth Jar Jar in there. It was like they're clearly catering to the diehards and the people that are like very online with this stuff, and that helps. And talking about it just makes me crave the days of playing Simpsons Hit and Run on my original Xbox. Like, what an amazing idea and game that was, where someone sat in a boardroom and was like, what if we just did Grand Theft Auto, but Simpsons, and it's Springfield, and you get all the different cars and every different character? I honestly think I might have to go on eBay and buy that. We have a PS2 in the office. I was like, I might have to go buy. We have Road Rage, which is the crazy taxi, whatever that when they did. And I'm like, I might have to go buy Hit and Run. I might have to buy the Simpsons game, which came out with like the movie too. That was phenomenal. It's crazy how many great Simpsons games there are. Going back to the arcade game.
The arcade game. I forgot that. So when you tweeted it the other day in the green room, you saw it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm pretty sure I beat that. And then I went back, and me and Sienna, she literally the entire time was just by my side. She was Lisa, I'm Homer, and we're doing our thing. It's one of those IPs that is perfect at all. And then I made me want to rewatch The Simpsons, and I'm just going through all like the classic episodes. Treehouse of Horror, obviously for Halloween, we rewatched a bunch of stuff there. So yeah, it's an absolute home run. I think I had Hit and Run, but I barely played it because I was in college at that point. So you're doing a bunch of other stuff. You're not really. I wasn't playing video games. A lot of people might be. So I kind of have to delve into that. I'm looking it up. I just Googled it to see if I could find it, like downloaded. 98% like this video game. You don't see that every day, not these days, especially. So it's The Simpsons is just the best, man. Again, you're talking. I don't know if they ever did. They do a Simpsons draft on the dog walk. We may have to get Eddie to do that one next.
Ooh, that would be good too. Yeah. All right, the Marvel segment of today's Nerd News episode. We'll start with confirmation, seemingly from Collider, who's a very trusted source, that the first trailer for Doomsday will, in fact, air before Avatar 3. We discussed this a few weeks ago. It was heavily rumored. Christian Harloff, who I trust as well, kind of a friend of the program. I've met him multiple times. I think he would consider me a friend. Marvel has cut multiple versions of this trailer. One version allegedly has Chris Evans alongside Peggy, not in costume or anything. So people are thinking, are they going to them to be like, you caused an incursion by, putting the stones back and living out your life with Peggy or whatever. Cyclops is rumored to have a huge focus in the mutant saga. Now, this was kind of back and forth because I think initially they said Cyclops has a huge focus and people were like, in Doomsday? And then it was like, no, in the mutant saga. So I don't know what we're talking about there, but interesting. I tweeted immediately, I'll buy my ticket for Doomsday and get right on out of there once the trailer's over, which is what people did for like the Phantom Menace and stuff.
So I will be actually buying my movie ticket and going after the preview because I don't think my head will be able to comprehend anything more than the visual marvel I was calling James Gunn. James Cameron is about to unleash on us. It's going to be completely different and new and unlike anything we've ever seen in the Avatar world. The only thing better than the Marvel that will be on the screen will be the story, which will be rich, in-depth, and memorable characters left and right. It'll basically be like Godfather, where you're talking Luca Brasi is like a beloved name that rings out decades later. That's what I expect out of Avatar. Fire Avatar is what I'm calling it, actually. Yeah. So this is going to just be, Bob, when you leave, give me the ticket like a baton, and I'll go in. True. And I'll run the marathon part of the race and watch that absolute just spectacle that's going to take place on that screen.
And I'm curious, which character are you most excited to see in Avatar 3?
Sully, the one character everyone knows. That's the only one I know.
I didn't know if you even would know that one.
The only reason I know this is I think I said this to you like 3 months ago. I was like, I don't even know any of the characters. They're like, Sully's one. I'm like, oh yeah, Sully. Yeah, that's the only one I know. The
know his first name?
Is it James? I think I've gone through this. Jake Sully. Yeah, that's right. The little boy, is he monkey or spider monkey? Spider. I'm getting my Barstool lore confused of spider and spider monkey. And he's
basically the kid from the Wild Thornberries.
Yeah, exactly. So that's two characters I know.
Fair enough. You dunked on me there.
Evil old white man Marine who is
with the scars.
Yes,
I don't remember his name.
Be the villain again. Somehow he's returned like the Emperor. I can't say the P word. I cannot wait for this absolute. That's a tough break for one battle after another. All these people we were giving awards to are going to lose them all to the just incredible. I mean, I have to just watch it though because my girl's always in it. I imagine she's still in it. I don't know, but I don't want to talk ill of her movie because she's the love of my life.
Simu Liu also says Avengers Doomsday is a love letter to the entire genre of superhero movies. Basically, it better be. I take that quote as like, I'm happy, but like, yeah, of course, like when you make a movie where you're like, we're doing all the superheroes, finally, it better be a freaking love letter. And we're not going to put anything on blast here. We didn't learn anything, but Michael Waldron did say he thinks it's going to be a good movie. And I know he's maybe biased because he was the one that wrote it, but it got me hyped.
He said it off camera. That's the thing.
He did.
He said it off camera, and that's just the boys in the basement talking there. And he didn't. Honestly, guys, if he gave us anything, I don't give a shit. I would just link it to you right now. What are they going to do? Take away my ESPN? They can't do anything. You can't hurt me now, ESPN. You're taking off. The only thing I care about.
What are they going to take away your Disney Plus? You already canceled.
I already canceled, you fucking jerks. I don't even like ESPN. This is the thing. Everyone's making it seem like we like ESPN. We don't. It's just the live games. We don't care about any of your original programming. It's just your live games. But the fact he said, like, it's gonna be fucking awesome. You're saying good. He said better than good. And this
I know
you're trying to downplay it now.
I was downplaying it a little bit because I'm like, I don't want people to take this as a fucking headline. Like, Avengers Doomsday writer says this because he said it off camera. But again, he didn't say anything like scandalous, so we're not going to spoil anything. It's like the guy who wrote it thinks he did a fucking great job, and I trust him.
That's fair. That is.
I trust his ass. He's never let us down so far.
When you painted it that light, that's a very fair way to put it. Now, this is my question to you: when the rumor of the Cap, like, story potentially being in the movie, if they basically just go, all right, we're basically making a sequel to Endgame, and we're basically ignoring the last 6 years, at that point 7. How would you feel about that? Because it's technically an Avengers movie. It's not everything. It's not a Marvel movie. Like, it's not the Marvel Cinematic Universe Doomsday. It's Avengers Doomsday.
You can't ignore it, man. You can't. You just have to. And I don't know. You have to find the fine line, though. Because if we're bringing people back and you're doing the new stuff, you got to blend that where it's like you got to do some variants. We got to see like Monica Rambeau with Beast, like make that feel like it mattered. We got to see Shang-Chi obviously join the fold, some of the newer heroes. I want to see Kate Bishop in there with them, some young Avengers. They've introduced a lot of the young Avengers at this point. Like, you got to make it matter, but you also can't just put like Sam Wilson on the back burner and act like, all right, like Chris Evans is back. He's in and I'm a Chris Evans guy, obviously, but it's like, it's like WrestleMania, honestly. That's what it reminds me of, is when like the main roster gets a little upset when it's like the Undertaker's coming back for a match and he hasn't been here all year grinding, but he comes back and gets the marquee spot. You got to find that balance on the card where you're giving the spots to the people that were grinding and working their ass off, but you also have a few surprises and a few big marquee moments. It's a tough balance.
It's tough when Hogan comes in and says, I want to get the belt tonight. And Hogan, has been gone for a year and is going to go do another movie in a month. That's fair. Also, if like you're having your worst ratings and partially due to, the company that made all this stuff, at the same point, Bob, you can just erase everything. This is a guy who's like, let's just remake the prequels. Let's remake the sequels. And let's just have a new Skywalker saga, essentially, where it's not the Emperor every single time. I honestly think you have to include the Rambeau stuff. You have to weave it all together. But if you want to just like, Endgame is the slop, right? We ate the slop in Endgame and it was the best slop you'll ever have. And I loved it. If you want to throw a little more slop in just because you don't want this to become Doomsday, oh my God, it's such a fitting word because it's a disaster. I'm fine with it. I was trying to figure out how they're going to save this movie. And honestly, this feels like it might be the way. Is that crazy to say? I think this might be the way.
It might be. And there's also rumors that, and I might have to eat some words on this, that the look at Dr. Doom we saw at that Shanghai event, they're like, that might be him. And not like the light show thing, not that, but like just there was like one image of him standing with his arms crossed like that. Mm-hmm. And people are pointing, they're like, some people are saying they got leaks. They're like, that's the suit, which I was pretty vehemently denying. I was like, I don't think they would fucking accidentally leak that at an official company event. I think someone would have the oversight, but some people are saying that's, and it's a great looking suit. It looks exactly like you would imagine a Dr. Doom suit to look like from the comics or from like an Alex Ross painting. But yeah, who knows?
I could see it. This is the thing too, is we're taking the human element out of it. Whatever they do, if they do it right and Downey does what I think Downey can do, and just the whole like Iron Man becoming it's my Harry Stamp. Like, I talk nonstop about how Harry Stamper is the greatest hero in cinematic history for what he does for Earth. It's actually Iron Man. It's actually Tony Stark when it's all said and done, because he does this for the entire universe. Yes. Stamper saves Earth. billions of people. Tony time travel, brings him back, helps get the thing that could snap him back, goes in time, and then wipes out Thanos and sacrifices himself with the cutest daughter in the world at like 6 years old. That's and so he's gonna probably have like, I want to see how well they handle that. Guys, actually, now that you mention it, it is kind of weird. We never had like statues of Tony Stark anywhere, right? We have like everywhere I go, I see his face.
Yeah,
you know,
a little bit of it in that Spider-Man movie.
But
Yeah,
I could use a little more for the guy that brought back the universe and then saved it.
Yeah,
I think we could have.
They give Captain America. He's got a Hamilton Broadway show. You know.
Yeah. I'm gonna start getting mad about where so hopefully Doomsday, it's like, holy shit, let's remind you guys how big, how important and beloved Tony Stark and his legacy is. Oh, by the way, a guy who looks exactly like him shows up, and he's the villain that's gonna try to just wipe us off the universe again.
I could get bumped up talking about this. I could. I know people are down on Marvel right now. How could you not get excited about this? Robert Downey Jr. is Dr. Doom, and we're seeing the first ever on-screen meeting of the Avengers, the X-Men, and the Fantastic Four. No matter how down you are on Marvel, on the product, how could that not excite you?
It's almost like, you know, it's crazy to say, and it wasn't as prolific, obviously, in the movie, but something like Deadpool and Wolverine might have stolen a little bit of that juice they would have had, right?
They brought the X-Men in first. It was like a soft launch.
And you got kind of that multiverse where it's like, oh, there's Blade, and you kind of already. So they did kind of steal, because if none of that had happened, be like, holy shit, what's about that? And listen,
but they also maybe they laid the blueprint. Let's hope like they took from Deadpool and Wolverine what the fans loved, and they're like, okay, I see. And people are, again, it's what happens every time with these Marvel movies.
Every time. People
turn on them like crazy. If you go on Twitter right now, I saw threads. People were making the worst movies I've ever seen in my life, and they're putting Deadpool and Wolverine in there. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That was a blast in the theaters. It's a blast at home. Are the jokes going to hold up for generations? Probably not. It's still a great movie, though. To call it one of the worst movies you've ever seen, fuck off with that. Come on.
We called it as soon as like we did the review. We're like, this was fun. It's going to be fun. We watch it like on streaming, and then when I go back to it 10 years from now, I'm like, oh, this scene ruled, that music was a perfect. Like, I rewatched Deadpool 1 and I was like, oh man, I forgot how much I love this movie and like certain parts of it. Now I can't rewatch it like I rewatch Endgame is in my quad box every single night at this point, and it holds the test of time. I couldn't do that with Deadpool. It would not have the same oomph. So people are just gonna, we called that at the time, they're just gonna do that. So hopefully it didn't take away from what we get from Doomsday. I also like can't picture the X-Men on screen with everyone else.
I know,
so, but
they're going to be wearing the fucking classic costumes probably. You know, we're going to see James Marsden in the blue with the yellow across the chest. Like, come on, how can that not get you going a little bit? How can you not get bumped up for this shit?
Get bumped up one time for me, people.
And then just to glaze Kevin Feige a little bit, because we want him on the podcast one day, he has donated a transformational gift to USC's School of Cinematic Arts that will provide a lasting source of funding for faculty and students. And they have now renamed one of their divisions to the Kevin Feige Division of Film and Television Production as a thank you. Kind of sick. You know, USC, especially being like the filmmaker school, to have a division named after Kevin Feige, give the man some credit.
Yeah, I was trying to think, like, I'm a Siena College grad. I'm like, man, what do I have to do to get like something named after me? And like
the cafeteria as a snack boy.
That's what I would want. It's like, you don't have to even give me the cafeteria. Give me like the snack section of the Clem's snack section. Clem's snacks.
Where you buy the cookies, like the fresh baked cookies or something in the corner. Yeah.
Siena has like, it's kind of like a buffet, right? And you go and you can get whatever you want. And like, yeah, there's like at least we used to have an ice cream machine, and like maybe there's a couple little chips or something like that. Boom, Clem's Corner. There you go. Clem's Snack Corner.
Clem's Corner's nice too. I'd like the screening room at Bergen Community College to be named after me. I didn't even finish. That was in my second semester. That lasted about a month before I dropped out. But I took a film class, and I really enjoyed that film class while I was in there. So that'd be sick.
Robbie Fox, and then like it kind of goes well. Like we're in the Fox Theater today.
The Fox Theater, yeah. I mean, that is like the name of a classic theater already. It's like we'll just steal that shit.
and they would think it's like 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
You can put, it's like you with the Super Bowl, right? You put Fox in there. It kind of gives like, oh, Fox put money here? Like this is
I'm the 21st Century Fox.
There we go. I like that. Oh, by the way, because you said, Feige on the podcast, our guy, Nick's a listener, Nick Parisi, he told me that James Gunn is basically doing has been doing 15-minute stops around a bunch of podcasts. If anyone has a James Gunn contact, get him in the basement for a little bit. We just want to talk, James. I don't know why I'm
honestly, we just want to glaze him. That's all we want to do. We want to talk Guardians 2 with them. We want to talk Superman with them. We want to just fucking let this guy let his brain just go wild on this podcast. And we'll ask a little bit about the whiteboard too.
Yes, we have to get a concrete maybe at least about the whiteboard and tell him this is a glazing session. This is not a Q&A. This is not a gotcha culture here. Questions. There's not a got or a yeah. It's nothing. It's just straight up glazed.
We'll do the shill hour with Robbie and Clem. They call us shills. We'll lean into it.
We'll call it my Krispy Kreme basement because there's nothing but glaze going on there.
All right. This is kind of Star Wars and DC section of the news here. We're going to kick off with the fact that a guy named Luke Hull will be the production designer for the Batman Part 2. What did Luke Hull do previously? Andor. And I had a tweet where I said, at this point, I'm at the point with Andor where if anyone that worked on that show, even in the smallest role, a grip on Andor, gets announced for another project, I just automatically assume they made the right call and that project's going to be much better for it. So I was excited about that. I also saw Clayface wrapped this week. That's supposed to come out September 11th of next year. So they're on schedule. We could be getting that Clayface movie next fall, which is kind of insane. But right around the corner. And Batman Part 2 is still 2027. So they're still making the hires on that one.
I'm trying to think of what's the low, and I don't know my cinema jobs and credits and all that kind of stuff very well, but featuring the writer from Deadpool, the grip from Andor. I'm trying to think of how low on the job on the totem pole, but and then what's the thing that you're associated with? And Andor is the nerds. That is almost like a get out of jail free card. It's no. Yeah. We have the guy from Andor doing. Oh, okay, cool. I'm in.
It's like saying he pitched a perfect game. So, oh, okay, we get it.
And we've talked about this in the past. I do feel like the Kathleen Kennedy discourse is almost gone now.
I think it's not gone, but okay. It's quiet.
In my world, it's gone.
Yeah.
In the casual Star Wars, Robbie, that's always part of
my Twitter. That war is as never ending as the Galactic Civil War, brother.
It's World War One. What do they call it? Trench warfare, battle of.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, that's gonna get me so mad. What's a war of attrition? It's basically no one's moved an inch either way, but people are just dug in and are gonna just keep fighting over it. So.
I watched a Kathleen Kennedy produced movie last night by accident. Didn't even know it was produced by her, but she's produced basically 50% of the famous movies to ever come out. Signs, you ever see Signs, M. Night Shyamalan?
Oh yeah, Signs was a big deal when it came out when I was younger.
Thought it was pretty fucking good, to be
Kennedy?
honest. Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy produced. I'll say this: I think watching it in 2025, you don't get the same impact as watching it when it first came out. There are some of the CGI was just so PS2-esque. I thought it was a great movie. Don't get me wrong. But I went on Letterboxd. I saw Clemmer give it the full 5 stars.
Oh, no, Clemmer.
And I was like, I came in. First thing I said to him was Clemmer, what are we talking about? Signs, 5 stars? I said, it's a good 3.5. To the point where I'm really good. Enjoyed that. 5.
5 is nuts. And listen, I liked it. It was built. I thought it was gonna be awesome because this is M. Night. I don't know if it's a second, third. He still has the M. Night curve. It's just not even a curve. It's the cliff. We were still high on the cliff. We were
not too far removed from Sixth Sense.
Yes, it was maybe 2 after that. It has, without giving anything away, no spoilers here, one of the worst endings of all time. It just doesn't make any sense. And Bob, you can argue. I see you weighing it.
Okay.
That stops it by itself from getting 5 stars, at the very least.
I like the thought of the ending, but yeah, I mean, we could spoil it. It's
preposterous, Bob. It's
water
preposterous.
shit.
Yes, preposterous.
Stupid.
They do all this. planning to take over a planet, being like, oh, the whole planet is made of something that we die from or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
It's
that's, you know what, the more I think
preposterous.
about that, the more I agree. That's pretty stupid.
You should be allowed to review letterboxed reviews of other people. 0 stars for Columbus.
You can comment on them, so you can comment on that. But yeah, 5 stars. And I came in and I told him, I said 5 stars. He was like, oh, love it. He gave me like, oh, you know.
I know the Clemmer sound that you're talking about. And the best, this is the thing about Clemmer and why I couldn't even like approach it in person. He just is on that hill ready to die for his fucking takes. Every single take.
He did say, he's like, I'm gonna rewatch it soon. He's like, I'll see if it holds up. But like most of the people on my letterbox did give it like 4.5, 4. I think 4 is an okay. Like
3.5, 4 is fine.
Yeah, I went 3.5. But if you saw it when it came out, I could see you being like, that rocked 4 stars, like fucking awesome. And there were things in it that I really love. Like Mel Gibson, I watched it being like, I wish he wasn't such a nutcase, because he is charismatic as hell in every movie I've seen him in. Like he's great on screen, but then yeah, he's a head case off screen. Joaquin Phoenix, pretty great performance. Although that famous gif of him when he's like steps away from the computer, that performance, it was almost Tim Robinson-esque. Like it made me laugh. It was so over the top. Isn't that bizarre?
the legacy for that movie is going to be the tinfoil hat, which I know KFC used
so
for a while.
Funny. Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Maybe
Clemmer relates to the alien. That's what I said to him in the office. I was like, is it because you relate to that alien? And I had seen that scene prior because so many people tag Clemmer in videos that.
Did he do the Clemmer pose with his hands on his side, feet shooting the opposite way like he wasn't making film? Oh no, god damn it, that hurts, that review. But I mean, it is what it is. And it's kind of funny to think about, like you're saying all this stuff about Mel Gibson. Like you and probably a good chunk of our listeners grew up just knowing Mel Gibson as the crazy guy. Like I grew up with like Mel Gibson, sex, icon, like sex symbol, I guess is the word, rising star, action star, fucking cool ass dude. And then it was like, what the fuck just happened? It was like, it's like Kanye at one point where it's like super talented to what the fuck, this guy's an asshole. And Mel, you guys are his whole career is just you getting the tail end of that. So yeah, he was awesome before he was crazy or before he let everyone know he was crazy. And that's always the catch-22 with trying to figure out celebrities in their personal lives, right?
It also, watching it, made me excited for the new Spielberg UFO movie, which we found out this week John Williams will do the score for, which is so awesome. John Williams, I feel like he keeps trying to retire, and people keep being like, come on, John, get out of bed. We're going to fucking do another one with you. It's going to be his 30th collaboration with Spielberg. I tweeted, they got to be the best duo in movie history, right? When you were to say, like, you can make cases for like the Coen brothers and like there's a ton of great duo. You could say Spielberg and Lucas for some of their stuff, but 30 movies we're talking about together, that's crazy. And the amount of iconic ones, crazy.
Let's rattle off a few others. Scorsese, Leo, right? That's become a duo.
Totally. That's a great one. Yes.
I don't know enough about movies. I just thought of
that. There's a ton of duos you can name. You could say Christopher Nolan, Cillian Murphy. You could say Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. There's like a ton of them, but it's tough to name ones that you feel would hold a candle to Spielberg and Williams.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're dealing with two guys who might be the best at what they do. It's like two goats. So it's like, what am I doing for this up? I saw the Spielberg the Scorsese doc, by the way. It's 5 parts. Could have probably been 3 parts, but they do kind of mirror different parts of his life, which was cool. I recommend it. I maybe went with a little too high expectations, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff I didn't know about him, so it's just very cool to see. So it's on Apple TV, TV Plus, whatever the fuck they're calling it now. So that was pretty cool. Do you think John Williams, if he gets asked to do a movie score, like especially Spielberg says, John, need you to do this, Steve? I'm like 100. I can't even like fly anymore. I can't even like get in the car. You don't have to leave your bed. Do you think John Williams could still deliver John Williams level quality without leaving his bed? He has the whole orchestra, could come to his house. I'm sure his house has like an orchestra room or whatever the fuck you would call it, right?
I mean,
and the bed would be on wheels and remote controlled.
I think he could do it. Yeah.
I think he could too.
I think like as long as he has a brain that's willing to write music, Like you can zoom him into that room, have a perfect connection, flawless, wired, and have him fucking sitting in a bed conduct with that. Like I would trust in. I feel like even a John Williams at 10% is better than anyone else you could get.
Yes, 100% agreed. And I also think like, oh, he shouldn't be working, he should be taking it easy. I think John Williams is one of those guys that if he stops getting that call, we might lose John Williams. And I don't want to.
It's probably good for him to keep working.
Yes, he's like, he just sees the notes in his head, and that just keeps him fucking plugging along. Speaking of John Williams and Spielberg, I don't know if I told you this. We did a rewatch of E.T. last week.
Oh, shit. No, we talked about it when we were talking 80s movies. You were like, I want to show my kids that. Yeah.
They liked it. It is kind of weird. They just called him Short Stumpy Guy for a while there. A lot of the funny moments still hit.
Him lot of the drunk.
The drunk stuff. He's in the closet with the wig on. Yeah. Some of the stuff like the kids say and do, comedic timing. I will say like the stuff when E.T.'s powers that he could do. Not like the moon scene is like the greenest screen I've ever seen in my life. It's like bad. It's like the ride at Universal that we can still smell. It's bad, but it's so bad, but it's so good.
The most heartwarming way, right? Like, yeah.
You're like, there was a time where I thought this was awesome. Like he makes like balls go in the air at one point. It looks so I mean, I could probably pick up on
what we were saying. When there was a couple scenes like halfway through the movie where all of a sudden I was like, did someone grease him up? Why is he shiny all of a sudden?
I didn't know.
I swear, he looked like a shiny turd in some of those scenes. We were like, what the fuck? When did he get shiny and glossy?
So I was looking for that, but I thought you said he gets glossy at the end. So he might have been glossed up. He might have gotten glazed. He might have went to the basement and got glazed.
He gets glazed. It's crazy. Speaking of Spielberg, I just saw this morning, Gremlins 3 will release on November 19th, 2027. Chris Columbus coming back to direct. The writers are a guy named Zach Leposky and Adam B. Stein. They just worked on Final Destination Bloodlines, which I actually thought was pretty good. I saw that this year. I was pretty impressed with that. I find this super interesting because I like the Gremlins movies a lot. I showed the first one to Lady Fox a couple years ago. It's one of the only movies I ever showed her where afterwards she was like, that was awful. I can't believe you liked that.
The first one?
So yeah, she was so like, I can't believe. And she likes 99% of the movies that we watch together. But I kind of feel not just based on that, but based on the world, is there an audience for Gremlins 3? I'm going to go see it. I'm excited for it. I just watched Spinal Tap 2 this week. I'm not sure there was a big audience for Spinal Tap 2. Gremlin's a much bigger brand, of course, than Spinal Tap, but I'm surprised that this is an IP that they're going back to. I know we go back to IP all the time, but like, do your kids know anything about Gremlins?
I do not think they know anything about Gremlins, and I'll be honest, I know Gremlins. Gremlins, growing up, ruled the world for a bit. Just flat out ruled the world. Gizmo might be the cutest actual character that's ever been on screen. I mean, I'm telling you, he was Baby Yo before Baby Yo was Baby Yo.
Yeah.
And the Gremlins are horrifying. That is a movie that if I rewatch now, I'm going to say is definitely not going to hold up. And Miss Lady Fox's review makes me think this is definitely the case. However, this is also probably like we're going to get all the so my age, we're the new boomers. They're trying to get our money, and then hopefully our kids, we take our kids, and then they're getting the cash machine. They're able to print their own money from Gremlins 4, Gremlins video games, all this stuff. Looked up Chris Columbus. I'm like, what has he been doing lately, Chris Columbus, in terms of like directing? He did he did some Harry Potters. So I was like, oh shit. So like he's in like this world. And he also wrote the original 2 Gremlins. So I'm like, okay, we're good. We're like,
he's a legend, absolute legend. Yeah.
It's like, I also think Home Alone with him. I also think his name is just ridiculous. Obviously, Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Just let's call it one. We have to like the elephant in the room there. I'm excited for going. I'm excited to see how they do it. I think the big winner here will be Gizmo. I think Gizmo's making a comeback next year.
I was going to say your Baby Yo point. Maybe that's why they're making it. Maybe they're like, hey, people don't care about Gremlins, but they do love Baby Yo. We have the rights to the OG Baby Yo. We can sell so much Gizmo merch if we just bring Gremlins back. I mean, I just bought Faith a Gizmo toy like a month ago. I went to PetSmart to get her food, and they had like a Gizmo sitting there, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta fucking get this for Faith. Maybe they're just trying to get people like
That's
me
right.
to
Yeah, you
see
got
a
the
cute
Gizmo.
Gizmo, and boom, merch is sold.
What were your thoughts on Gremlins on like the rewatch?
Oh, I love it. But I'm nostalgic about it too. Like I remember my brother showing me Gremlins and me being super scared by it the first time I saw it. And then watching Gremlins 2, and it's like one of the weirdest sequels ever made, where it's so meta and they're joking about it being a sequel in the sequel, and like very ahead of its time, to be honest, in that way. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're onto something here. Chris Columbus recently has also been like producing Robert Eggers horror movies. I think he produced like Nosferatu last year and shit.
Huh.
And he's a very fascinating guy to watch interviews with. I've been watching. He did one of those like career retrospectives on YouTube recently, Vanity Fair, GQ, one of those channels, and it was worth a watch. Maybe Variety, worth a watch. Look into that.
I feel like maybe during all those movies he's been doing, and they're like, oh man, you know, Gremlins would still play. And someone probably told him that enough people have told him that. He's like, fuck it, I'm just going to go for it. I'm sure he has the money and the contacts. He can get it made. So I'm rooting for it. I wasn't a huge Gremlins. Again, like, I remember they started flying in 2. It's so fucking just, it's
dancing, yeah.
They're so fucking just gross and evil. But I mean, it's a great name too. He tweets out the Gremlin gif when he does his bets, and I always laugh. So it's like there's something there. There's definitely something there. Garbage Pail Kids, that could come back too. That was another like staple of the 80s or early 90s. Dinosaur Attacks was another one. That was a good cards. If you guys don't know this, Google it. I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff out there. So Gremlins, like, sure, go for it, dude. I probably won't see it, but I'm happy to. Speaking of retro nostalgic things that start with a G, we also did a rewatch. It's E.T. followed by Goonies.
Oh, so good.
Bob, I just have to make this. I have to make this admission on the pod. And if I did this on Dog Walk, I'll probably never be invited back.
Didn't hold up for you.
I was never a Goonies guy to begin with. I watched it once, and then I watched it with the kids, and I was like, this movie is just poorly constructed and put together.
Wow, poorly constructed and put together.
It's just not like,
that's egregious.
It just makes no goddamn. It makes some sense.
That's egregious.
I will say this: if I'm watching it through the eyes of an 8-year-old, that I think could be a very fun movie. I'm sure that's when everyone fell in love with it. If you don't watch it through those eyes and you're coming in with these old man eyes, I'm just like, fuck is going on right now? So you
gotta go to the doctor or something. I saw it for the first time in my life like 4 years ago. I had never seen it, watched it for the first time as an adult, and I was delighted. I was brought back to being a kid. I was like, this is amazing. I was watching, another Ke Huy Quan role. I didn't even realize that it existed. Basically, I knew he was in it, but I didn't realize he was one of the main characters. It was like watching Short Round in his prime. And you saying poorly constructed, it breaks my heart.
Maybe poorly construed, either or. I don't care. I feel like you have a whimsical feeling of it. I just don't have
that. I'll be honest. Lady Fox booked us like a date on the beach in San Diego, where it was a private screening for just the two of us on the beach with like cheese and wine and meats. You couldn't ask for a better movie viewing experience. I probably would have liked the worst movie of all time there. I would have been given Secret Invasion of Standing O.
Now be honest with this, because this was my thought. I could have never guessed it in a million years. Was there any performance enhancing drugs that were added to this? Because I do think that could help.
No, I think I had a little champagne, but I don't think I was feeling like E.T.,
I know I'm gonna be the bad guy. I'll probably get some heat for it. I'm gonna also, I hope
you do get some heat for that. Might clip that out of the podcast. It might get us some engagement.
I texted Ed. I go, hey man, I'm watching Goonies. I showed him the screen. All I told him was, I'm watching it because it just started.
Okay,
the kids are getting their first experience, and he wrote back. He's like, yeah, I think he said on the pod, he's like, my nephews were kind of like, what the hell is this? And then I watched it. My kids were kind of like, all right, thanks, Dad, bye. And then I was just like, yeah, I can't even get it. My wife was like, head over heels. She's quoting the lines before they happen, and I'm like, what the you love? She's like, I used to watch this movie all the time. I love this movie, and I'm just like, all right. So again, I think there's Goonies people in this world. There's non-Goonies people, and I don't like this, for the record. I do not like that I'm not a Goonies person. I'd like to apologize before the angry mob comes at me. I apologize. I'm not a Goonies person. I will not slander it. I will not go out of my way. But I'm just saying, I'm just not a Goonies person.
You did slander a little bit, if we're being honest. It was a little bit of slander.
I might have slandered a little bit. No glazing on that part.
Let's tell everyone about another one of our sponsors before we go forward here. That is New Amsterdam Vodka. We love New Amsterdam. This episode is brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka. It's the official vodka of Barstool Sports, the official vodka of the UFC, and in our opinion, it is the official vodka of winning. It is a champion vodka. You match it up against any other vodka, and oh boy, it's a knockout for New Amsterdam. We've got UFC coming to the Garden on November 15th. Super excited. All of us are going to be there from the Spin and Backfish show, and we'll be enjoying the New Amsterdam for sure. I'm sure bunch of the fighters after wins or losses will be enjoying it as well. So whether you're catching the pay-per-view at your favorite bar or hanging out at home listening to us talk about it, celebrate your wins with the insanely smooth New Amsterdam vodka. Find your wins with New Amsterdam vodka. Also the Pink Whitney, we always shout it out, a New Amsterdam product. So good. They're sponsoring the Pup Punk Tour right now. If you're in Chicago, we'll be there November 21st. If you're in New York, we will be doing a holiday show December 18th, powered by New Amsterdam vodka.
The Pink Whitney, whenever I'll go to the liquor store, I'll get my high noons, I'll get something else, whatever I'm there to get. And then I'm like, what do I do something that's just like easy. And it's like easy, but it'll get you a little tipsy. And it's always the Pink Whitney. Absolutely.
And it looks good too to put a pink drink next to all the other alcohols. It's like nice pink. Love that.
You can go straight, you can go a little seltzer in there, you can mix some other stuff. I love that Pink Whitney. By the way, did you hear Ryan Whitney talk about cloning a dog today on Unnamed?
I heard some of it, yeah.
He was saying how he's like, I think you just take blood out of the dog, then you like put it in a petri dish,
put it in
an oven. And I'm like, I need Whit to how does Whitney think science works for 10 different things? Whitney, how do they make this vodka with your face
science
on
glasses? Like when he was doing the Bill Nye type thing, him in a lab coat. Oh, that would be so good. Yeah, I'm very anti-cloning dogs too. Everyone knows how much I love my dogs, how much I love Faith, obviously, and never in a million years would I want a second-rate version. Especially, look what happened in Superman. You get like a fucked up Ultraman version of the clone, it's not the right one.
Yep, exactly. Perfectly said, Bob.
After a few weeks ago, hearing that Matthew McConaughey and the True Detective Season 1 writer were thinking about doing another story with Marty and Rust. Woody Harrelson says he'll never do it. He said, not a chance. That's not going to happen in this lifetime. And I got to be honest, kind of respect it. Obviously, if they were like, we're doing it, we've got a story that is worthy of going back to these characters, we'd watch, we'd check it out, we'd give it a shot. But there's something that I respect about saying, we threw a perfect game and we're leaving it at that. It was maybe the greatest season of television ever. We've talked about it a ton on this show. We talked about chasing that dragon with the last season. But respect to Woody Harrelson for saying, let's let the past die. That was perfect.
I thought he said he was going to do it. Is this a new...
Matthew McConaughey was saying he was interested. And then they went to Woody and they were like, there's been a lot of smoke here. Matthew McConaughey saying he'd be interested in reading a script. Are you interested? He said, nope, not at all.
Okay. Because that's why I got confused. Because I was like, oh, that's that would be I thought Woody was the tough one to get. And I thought once we had Woody, it was just a matter of signing the checks and writing the script. You know what I mean? So
now we got to hope they don't do it without him. Now we got to hope they're not like, all right, we could rewrite it to just be Matthew McConaughey and take this out, and especially don't recast him. I think it's weird they're doing The Social Network too right now without Fincher or without Jesse Eisenberg. You recast Jesse, he was nominated for a fucking Oscar. Maybe should have won it that year. It was so strange to me that they're doing that. Again, I'll give it a shot, but I wouldn't want that to happen with a True Detective. Yeah,
no, and that season, I that would be another great one to rewatch just to see how much it holds up. I mean, I remember the one shot. I think there's maybe 2 one shots that are incredible, but obviously the one that everyone remembers. And it again, I still think the one we all created in our heads on Reddit is the greatest show of all time. Yellow King, what could it mean? Oh my God, it's crazy.
Next story I have. Next 2 stories are kind of just little things that I just wanted to mention because I think this sounds cool. Joseph Kaczynski, who did F1 and Top Gun Maverick, has confirmed Michael B. Jordan and Austin Butler are the two actors in talks to star in his Miami Vice movie. He says that if it ends up being those two, I'll be very lucky. Tell you what, Michael B. Jordan and Austin Butler, it's tough to get a better Miami Vice type duo in this day and age than those two. That is on fire. I mean, you could say Chalamet or Glenn Powell, throw them in there for the Austin Butler role. Michael B. Jordan feels like he's the obvious one for, was it Jamie Foxx played him in the Michael Mann versions, Jamie Foxx and Colin Farrell.
So is this being reported as happening, or is this like rumored?
The movie's definitely happening. Joseph Kosinski's doing it, and he was asked on the red carpet, I think last night or the night before, like, hey, the rumors are that it's going to be Michael B. Jordan and Austin Butler. Is that true? And he said, like, I can confirm we're in talks, and I hope it is those two.
Okay. Because I have a better duo. I had to look at Austin
Butler.
Already? I had, yeah.
You had to look up Austin Butler.
Okay. So I was going to say, is this weird that I had to look up Austin Butler? I didn't see Elvis. Okay.
But he got stuck as Elvis for years. It was such a big story. It was like the guy couldn't turn the Elvis off.
Well, that's
he was
the thing.
Going around going, oh, what's going on, mama?
I was like, oh, random guy can't turn off Elvis. I remember, I was like, that name means nothing to me. I have not seen Caught Stealing yet, even though I have plans to see it maybe this weekend, right?
Ooh, yeah.
He's in Dune Part 2. I don't know what he is.
He's the bald fucking villain that gets into that crazy.
Oh, I was going to say, he's probably the fucking...
He's the guy at the end that gets into the amazing fight with Chalamet at the silhouettes.
And Bob, you already said half of it. I mean, you did mention him. You did say it. Chalamet's one of my guys. And Michael B. Jordan, I put him 2. But I think we can even keep the black-white angle going, right? Makes sense. It's Miami Vice. Bob, we already have it. We've talked about it. Chalamet and who?
Chalamet and who? I don't know.
He resides in Minnesota. He's going there to watch his game, December 23rd. Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. Tell me that doesn't work.
We did talk about this. Yeah. No, that could work. That could definitely work.
That kills the
Although I almost want them to be in, I was going to say, we talked about Training Day. I would almost want them to be in like a basketball, not centered movie, but something like Uncut Gems where basketball is a factor. And Ant doesn't have to play himself like Kevin Garnett did, but I would like to see some sort of like heist movie that takes place during the NBA Finals.
How about Ant's the regular person and Chalamet's the basketball player?
Boom. So.
I don't know, man. I think Chalamet and Ant is the perfect Miami. I think Miami Vice is honestly, it's the perfect movie for them to. It's perfect for Ant. Just to
have you seen the last one, the Jamie Foxx one? I've never seen it.
I didn't see it.
Some people nowadays say that like it's revolutionary. I've heard from a lot of people that saw it at the time that it's dog shit. Like my brother hates it. He's like, I walked out in 10 minutes.
I love when people call things dog shit. That was such a perfect description.
Listen, listeners, that I want to know if you've made it 57 minutes into the podcast and you've seen Miami Vice, dog shit or not.
Yes. That should that be the hashtag for the week?
Hashtag dog shit or not. Yeah. I wonder if that hashtag has a couple of gross pictures on it. Where people are like, what is this? Hashtag dog shit or not?
This might have actually been a dozen question for us. Jamie Foxx reboot, yada yada TV show.
Yeah.
And I had no clue. And then he was like, oh yeah, Jamie Foxx. That's my life. I'm like, how the hell do you?
I love Colin Farrell. I think Jamie Foxx is a great actor too. Maybe I should check this out. I like Michael Mann too.
It works in theory. It definitely works in theory. What does Clemmer have it in Letterboxd?
Oh, let's check it.
Do you think he has it?
Letterboxd has been down today. Is it up? Okay, it's up. Let's go Miami Vice.
And if it's good, is that a good thing? Because I'm telling you, if it's 5 stars like Signs, I don't know if that's a good thing or not for Miami Vice.
Clemmer does not have it logged. So this is interesting though. Gooch has it logged 4 stars. Jeff D. Lowe has it logged 2 stars. Wow. This is a polarizing movie, man.
Very polarized.
Jeff D. Lowe or not?
Jeff D. Lowe might have called it
dog shit.
It might be in his review. If you open that review, it might the word dog shit might appear.
Let me see. Usually in his review, he puts his score. So Jeff D. Lowe gave it a 40. Tough. That's Robbie Goochman says, the second Colin Farrell came on screen, I realized that was the exact look I've been searching for my entire life.
Wow.
He does look cool. I'm looking at it right now. He looks fucking cool in it. Yeah, crazy.
Wow.
We're gonna maybe I'll have to fucking give this a watch myself, decide myself whether or not it's dog shit. Paul Walter Hauser. I follow Paul Walter Hauser on Letterboxd. 1 star. He says a truly soulless waste of time. Oh, he says big fan of Michael Mann, Thief, Heat, The Insider, Collateral. I think he's an absolute cinematic stud, but this is for sure my least favorite of his films, though I still need to see some other movies.
All right. In the comments, I want everyone, if you saw it, don't write Miami Vice what. I just want either these in the comments. Dog shit, no dog, not dog shit. One or the other. And then, Bob, I don't want to do this to you unless you're fine with it. Do you think you can find time to watch the movie before the next episode of My Mom's Basement?
I will. Now I have to.
And your review, you can give a review well thought out. There's no stars, there's no balls. It is dog shit or no dog shit.
Yeah.
Could it be another animal shit? That is your choice. It's horse
shit. Bullshit.
It's bullshit. Donkey shit. I mean, Donkey always plays. When you throw Donkey, it makes me laugh. I'm a simple-minded man. There's a lot of ways. Honestly, like human shit doesn't even really like do anything for you. You know, it's just shit.
No,
right?
That's just shit. Yeah.
Horse
All right,
shit.
I'm gonna watch that before the next episode. Stay tuned. We'll get next week. We'll get a Miami Vice review. I'm also gonna watch this week the original Running Man, because next week Paramount is awesome to Barstool, and they're gonna do a little private screening of the new Running Man with Powell. And if I'm watching a remake, I like to have a little knowledge of the first one going in.
I'm doing the opposite. I'm going in blind. Because my brother was like, "Oh, if you want to watch it, I got it." And I was like, "All right." I was like, "You know what? I want to go in blind because it might. I don't want to say spoil it, but I want to kind of have no idea and learn as I go on the run." Lack of no pun intended. I actually saw you guys at the screening. I was like, "Man, I'd love to go to this." I got too much going on right now with the kids here. I don't have any time to get down to the city, but I'm excited. I am very excited for that movie. That might be a Basement Boy. That might be a little side topic for one of these episodes.
Yeah.
I didn't tweet this out actually too. I know we're wrapping up soon. I got a text from Papa Clem. I forgot to tweet it out. I'll tweet it out after we're done here. Where is it? I can't find it. It was very basic. Chad Powers is good! Exclamation point. He was in the same boat as everyone else. Him and my mom are like, that looks so lame. It's gonna be cookie cutter, yada yada. I was like, Dad, trust me, you just have to watch it. I can't spoil it for you because if I do, it's not gonna hit the same. And he watches like, that was awesome.
I saw Noah Khan posted on his Instagram story today that he's been loving it. So I sent that to Waldron. I said, "You've got Noah Khan on board. Huge. He'd be a great guy to cameo in season 2 as well." Yes. The only other news story I had listed, it's not even really a news story. It's just a funny quote. Maya Hawke reveals the advice her mom, Uma Thurman, gave her before working with Quentin Tarantino. Keep her shoes on.
He's a freak for feet, right? He's a feet freak. Yeah. He's a feet freak.
Yep. She was on Amy Poehler's podcast, which very good podcast. I've said it before. Amy Poehler's podcast and Smartless, the Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, Sean Hayes podcast. People shit on those podcasts all the time just because it's like famous people and like they're like, oh, famous people like sucking their own dicks or whatever. I like both of those podcasts a lot. I find them to be delightful listens on road trips, trying to fall asleep to something. But My Mom's Basement, of course, way better than those podcasts. You're listening to the real one right now, folks.
Come on our podcast, you fucking cowards, and let's have a pod off right now. Dual podcast.
Oh, that would be great if we could get Amy Poehler, Sean Hayes, Jason Bateman, and Will Arnett on the podcast at the same time.
They already interviewed James Gunn. Now it's our turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
My wife is a huge Smartless fan as well. She really likes
it's Smartless. Great. And you don't have to listen to every episode. You pick guests that you like. You go back. They have like old ones. They just they re-release episodes too. Because like not all of the podcasts are always on the feed at the same time. So they just re-released the Paul Thomas Anderson one they did before Licorice Pizza. I listened to that. I learned a bunch I didn't know about him. Like his dad was like a famous voiceover guy for NBC. He'd be like, "This week on NBC." He was one of those guys.
Really?
So like, learning stuff like that, I thought was cool. Yeah.
I just saw something that makes me want to cry. Maya Hawke is 3 years older than Uma was when she did Pulp Fiction.
Holy shit. How old is that? Is she like my age, 27?
Bingo. And Uma was 24. or I mean maybe
Holy
23
shit.
because it came out in 94. I don't know when they filmed, but yeah, it's she's born in 1970. So that's crazy. I mean, she looks older, doesn't she look older in that movie? Maybe because of the
Oh,
wig.
yeah.
And everyone looked
Also,
older
it's
back
just
then.
like the 90s. I was just say everyone
Yeah.
looked older. Yeah. I still think they need to do something Kill Bill 3, get Maya Hawke in the loop. And I still love the DCU fan cast of Ethan Hawke as Commissioner Gordon, Maya Hawke as Batgirl. I'm like, holy fuck, that would rule. Do it. Do it right
Do it.
now.
Two very last minute things. I started a list, and I guess this is maybe me. I guess I need Letterboxd or something to be like Clemmer. I just started a list of my favorite movies the other day, and just try to put them in order, which is a very hard. I think it changes a lot.
You do need Letterboxd. This is what Letterboxd is for.
It's
Lists is
for,
one of the main features. Yeah.
and I'm trying to think what my top 10 is, but real quick, without going into this could be its whole segment right here.
Yeah.
Where is Pulp Fiction in your movies? Top what? Top 1, 5, 10, 25, 100.
See, it's not my favorite Tarantino.
Oh, that's right.
I'm a Reservoir Dogs guy, and then after that, I might go like Inglorious Bastards, and then Pulp Fiction. I might be one of those guys, or I might even go Django, then Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is it's definitely in my top 100. It's probably in my top 50.
Okay.
Probably right around 50 if I had to guess.
You know, this kind of came in my head. I think I don't know if we even kind of discussed the numbers and stuff, but there was actually during the dog walk where you were saying like I think you took Kill Bill, right? And
Yeah.
then we were saying about all the different Tarantinos, and Pulp Fiction's my number one with a bullet. It's I think if it's top 5, if it's not top 5, it's top 6. It's like I'm literally moving one movie back. I love that movie. It's my favorite Tarantino by far, obviously. I do think there's a couple other probably my top 25. And then my other question for you, since we were talking Marvel phase, whatever this last phase was, from basically after Endgame till Doomsday.
Like 5 and 6, basically.
Okay. How many projects, movies, and shows, you don't have to list them, but just gut, how many dog shit projects would you say were there? How many projects that you say at the end of the day were dog shit?
Maybe I'll get flack for this. I don't think there's that many, to be honest. Like
I thought you were going to say none. I thought you were going to say none. No. You had a problem.
See, like as we were watching it, I wouldn't have said Secret Invasion because I was like, it's going somewhere, right? It's going somewhere.
Yeah.
With the knowledge of the fact that it went nowhere, Secret Invasion's dog shit in my mind. But there's like really not many others that come to mind after that. The issue was like a bunch of mediocre projects. It was a lot of projects where it was like, okay, Miss Marvel had a good premiere, and then it kind of trailed off. And She-Hulk didn't live up to the heights that people wanted to. We defended it more than most. It was maybe Moon Knight didn't live up to the heights that we wanted it to, but there wasn't like absolute dog shit. Even Quantumania, I wouldn't even say was like absolute dog shit. They made dog shit decisions in the movie, but I do think there's like stretches of the movie that are still like pretty fun. There's really good Kang stuff in that movie, as much as Jonathan Majors wound up being a fuck up. The Kang stuff in that movie kind of rocked. Thor Love and Thunder, I still defend. People would call that dog shit, I'm sure. So I don't think there's that many. I don't think there's that many dog shit. I'm going to go one. I think there's one dog shit project, Secret Invasion.
I think, again, this is our Secret Invasion episode mentioned. By the way, Pulp Fiction's right there in The Dark Knight. They're like switching, so that gets that mention of the podcast as well. Yeah, you're mentioning some of those, and I'm like, I could say Quantumania is dog shit. I haven't rewatched it. I'd say Secret Invasion's definitely dog shit. If someone says that phase as a whole, because in the end it went nowhere, is dog shit, I couldn't even argue with it. But I do think dog shit is just. I know you would.
Wrong.
You are the public defender that finds the good in everyone, Bob, and that's why we love you.
You didn't read the Miranda rights right. Do one of those. Like I'll try to find loopholes. I'll try to jump in things.
Matt Murdock over here. You're always looking to help people out. So yeah, dog shit. Wait, what is the hashtag for today?
Dog shit or not, right?
Dog shit or not. Yeah.
All right, dog shit or not. Next week we'll have a review of Miami Vice, the Michael Mann version, and we'll find out the question everyone's wanting the answer to: dog shit or not.